Hey guys, Fireblade here, and welcome to another VTuber What If. This What If you can't tell by the title or thumbnail, is actually on Takamori, which is the shipping name between Calli Mori and Clara Takanashi. This is what if a Clara was canon, or what if she was born and whatnot. I don't know how I'm going to title this right now. Enough talk, let's get right on into this. Oh, and before you do, why don't you go ahead and consider clicking that subscribe button? About 90% of my videos are watched by people that are unsubscribed. Go ahead and subscribe, or don't, why not, it's your call. Our story begins with Calli, who's in the demon realm, looking after souls and taking them to the underworld and whatnot. One day, Calli finds a soul that catches her eye. This is that of a child who literally has everything against her, like the world, her family, even her own health is against her. But despite all of that, this child still looks at the world with a smile. This actually catches Calli's attention so much that when it's time for this child to go, instead of taking the soul and passing it through to wherever they pass it through, she actually keeps the soul with her with the intention of giving this soul the life it deserves. This is the first time Calli has ever done this. This is the first time since she first got this job to wanting to do this. With decades upon decades of doing this, she becomes desensitized to basically everything. Doing this, however, does ends up getting her in trouble. She gets in trouble with this enough time. Not only does she lose her position as the Grim Reaper, but her very existence will be erased. No soul or anything to be found. So basically this is kind of a big risk for Calli. But she doesn't care. She wants to give the soul the life it wants. And the best way to do so is to go to one of her friends, Clara. So going with Clara, they hang out and Clara basically making all the jokes that, oh, this is a date and whatnot. But Calli, she's very serious, and to the serious point that she's not even gonna berate Clara as much as she normally does, which Clara does notice. Clara confronts Calli about this, and Calli tells her that she wants to give this soul a life that it deserves. She basically tells Clara about the soul's life and that it deserves to have a life where that smile that it had is warranted. Clara, being so touched by this, especially from Calli, agrees to help. So they both use their magic. Clara using her phoenix magic to at least reincarnate this life, and Calli using her magic able to pass this soul so it can be reincarnated. Once it's done, Calli actually thanks Clara by just giving her a peck on the cheek. Which obviously Clara tries to go for more, but Calli's just like, no, that's all you're getting from me, alright? To which Clara was just like, couldn't hurt to try, I'll take it. A month had passes, and throughout that month, Clara has been showing signs of pregnancy. Like the first 2 days, Clara doesn't know what's going on. She wants to talk to Calli, but she knows that she's definitely dealing with the Grim Reaper. She decides to go to one of her other friends, Ina. Clara tells Ina what happened a few days ago, which Ina kinda makes a guess of saying that maybe she is pregnant and it's Calli's. Clara is kinda denying that she cannot be pregnant, that she and Calli did magic to reincarnate this life, this soul that Calli has grown fond of. To which Ina kinda jokes about that Clara is helping Calli with the soul that caught her eye. Who knows, maybe once this soul gets older, she might catch her heart as well. After calming her down, she talks it over with Clara, and this talks over takes days, about 2 weeks maybe. And it was in the middle of those 2 weeks that the signs of pregnancy is going through. Ina, and obviously, good are obviously knowing by then, are all wondering why she's showing this late signs of pregnancy when it should be months away. Clara kind of explains that since she's a phoenix, the birthing process is just that of a regular egg. Is that the pregnancy, probably like the time of a regular egg, it takes about a month for an egg to hatch. By the time the child is born, Calli, who has been berated by death itself, she's on suspension from her job as a reaper for not taking this soul through to the underworld and letting it go to Clara. Because she's basically on suspension as a reaper, she can't really go down into the human world to at least talk with her friends, so she has no idea what is happening down on Earth. The only way for them to talk to Calli is to send a message by killing somebody, which none of them has done. All because Clara has asked them not to, because she knows and she told the gang that Calli most likely gonna get on suspension for breaking one of the rules of being a reaper. Once the child is born, Clara asks Ina to send a message to Calli, which Ina does, but before that giving a message to Death saying that Clara is pregnant. Death has gotten this message but has not given it to Calli. Doing his job, he has decided to check on them and sees that this child has that soul that Calli has taken. At first he was just gonna do his job and get the soul, but then he notices something. This is a child of a reaper and a phoenix. This is the first of its kind. He is very curious about this. So, he lets Calli go back. Calli has no idea why, but Death just says, I have made a discovery with that soul that you've reincarnated. Go find it. Before Calli even starts to search for it, she goes to her friends to at least get her bearings. She goes to Gura. Gura tells Calli that Clara was pregnant and she has a child, which actually kind of shocks Calli. Like, how did she not know this? But then again, she remembers that, alright, been basically grounded. So, she goes over to Clara, and since she basically had a key to Chiara's house, because, you know, Clara is totally fine with Calli coming in, Calli sees that Clara has a child in her arms. Clara? Clara looks at Calli with the first shock and then a smile on her face. Calli, you're here, she says while going up to Calli. Calli kind of expects Clara to jump on her, but shoves that thought aside because she has that child in her arms. Clara, I came as soon as I heard. How did you have a child? And looking at the child, she kind of stops and just stares at it. Calli, this is our child. Her baby. Something in our magic probably got mixed together, but it created this. We have a child, Calli. I named her Claire. Calli was more surprised she basically made a child than the fact that, you know, it's hers and Chiara's child. She had the flashback to when she first became a Reaper. It was through seeing many of these types of souls where the child either grew up resenting their parents, hating their parents, or without parents at all. Being that early on as a Reaper, Calli made a vow to herself that if she ever had a child, no matter the situation or the context, that she will never let that child grow up resenting either parents or with an awful life. Having that flashback, Calli starts to cry, but with happiness. May I? She asks Chiara. And Chiara, always without hesitation, offers the baby to Calli. Calli just looks at the baby with a smile on her face. Chiara makes a joke saying that, you know, now that she has to live with me and we can get married, Calli, who is half paying attention, just brushes Chiara off like, we are not getting married, but I guess we can live together. And so they do end up living together, raising this child. And that'll be it. I hope I really stayed in character. I didn't want to make it so that it be Calli was in love with Chiara the entire time and whatnot. If I did, please let me know. If I didn't, then again, let me know. I want to try staying characters in this story. Anyway, Fireblade here, and I will see you later, whatever I make. Bye.